It's usually right there with Brian Stacey YTS Keys, man, and man, I would give this next guest a grand intro because, man, like straight up, I'm strolling through Facebook, I'm strolling through Instagram, and I knew it was meant for him to be down here because he really makes some really like relatable music that those of you that grew up in the hood, you see different things, and as Keys has explained to me and everything, man. A lot of young people, man, grow up real quickly because of some of the things that you experience at a young age and everything. And he makes that type of music, man, that's relatable. I'm gonna let him introduce himself to you, man. Your name is what?
Moddy.
Moddy is in the building, man, right here, man, and represent Maywood, man, a place that definitely, man, has its challenges like any other city, man, and everything. And my bro, man, actually is having a basketball game, man. He's from Maywood, man. Shout out to my man Sincere, man, who's from Maywood, man. It does a lot of stuff in the community, man. But man, I first want to get into, man, a little background information as to who you are as an artist and then as a person.
Okay, so yeah, I started music at 9, but I wasn't rapping for real. I started playing piano when I was 9 years old. So music just always been a thing for me. My dad played. He had a studio in the house. So then I started messing around as a kid. But I got back into rapping for real. It's 2017. I just grabbed my daddy, like his leftover equipment, and then I learned how to produce, engineer, and rap, and I just took it from there. But music always been a thing. I've been a musician since 9 years old. But yeah, just rapping, I just really started 2017. Yeah, that's really it.
So I heard you say you've been making music or messing around with music since you was 9 years old. So how old are you right now?
25.
25. So that's about like what? That's like a good 15 years in the game, basically.
Yeah.
So in your 15 years in the game, basically, of making music and being around music, what's something that you could tell somebody that's just up and coming and just trying to get their feet wet as far as like the music business?
For me, I just stay true to myself. I just do it. Music is always fun first. I just do it because I love it first. Then, it's a lot of business that go into it. I'm learning that as well. But yeah, it's really just the main thing is to make sure you incorporate that business, but definitely just have fun because art in all different ways, you just gotta really, you can't force it. It gotta be natural.
Almost definitely, like, I know that for sure myself, just off being an artist myself, like, you definitely can't force it. It gotta flow out. Because if it don't flow out a certain type of way, first of all, you're not gonna feel it.
Yeah.
Then, like, I don't know, like, you probably understand what I'm saying, but, like, as an artist, you can hear if somebody really feel what they saying, or you could tell if it's really authentic just based off how they saying.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, it connects with you a little bit differently. That's why, like, we listen to certain artists as, like, a certain person. You might listen to Lil Durk because you might actually feel what Lil Durk saying, or you might listen to somebody like a Meek Mill or like a Drake or somebody like that, just based off how they flow and how they come about making their music.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand what you're saying. Another thing I want to say, like producing. What you mean by producing? Because a lot of people don't understand what it means to actually be a producer. So for the people that's not familiar with what a producer does and like different things as far as music, what do you do as far as producing?
Okay, I really do everything, but I know what you mean. Like a lot of people get it confused. I make beats. You feel me? I go my own direction, all that. Cause producer, I guess, could be a person who don't make beats. They could just guide the sound or whatever. I guess that's from what I heard. But I do it all. So I do everything from scratch. I mean, I use other beats, YouTube beats, all that. But I produce some of my music, and I do everything from scratch.
So, like, what's that process, though, like, as far as, like, I want to hear about, like, the from scratch, because, see, me personally, with me making music, I enjoy the process of making music. So, with him starting off from scratch, like, you don't even have a beat. Like, some people, like you said, go on YouTube, get the beats and stuff like that, and just start writing a song. But, see, you start from the thump. You feel me? That first sound. So like, what's that process like as far as like how you go about making songs and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I need a tune first. So I usually start with like a tune, some keys or something like a loop, But then I rap off of that. I really I do it different ways, but I just rap off the keys, and then I add the drums later based off how I flow or something like that. But it comes so many different ways. I gotta start with that tune though. I can't start with no beat. Like so I just go with really how I feel. Like I can hear sometimes I just play some, or sometimes I go and find loops, or I sample some, and then I just loop it, and then just start writing to that, and then I add my drums later.
See, one thing I do like about what he said is he go off his like not so much emotion, but like has feeling and has making him feel. That's how you could tell when it's real art. You feel me? Because he putting his passion into it, and he actually coming up with something based off how he feeling in the moment. So when him feeling a certain type of way, the song might start out one way, but like he said, he might add some drums in later. It might change the whole dynamic of the song just off how he feeling though. So that's what makes music like an art form and make it so cold though at the same time.
So, Moddy, man, I want to go into something before we go into something else. Like, man, being from Maywood, man, take the person that's never been to Maywood, the listener that's listening outside of Illinois, that's listening worldwide, take them into, you know, what it is to be from Maywood and the different maybe challenges that someone that's from Maywood goes through.
Okay, so I moved to Maywood young. Maywood for me, it started off like chill, real chill, wasn't nothing going on, grass real green type stuff. So I was outside, and then I saw at least my area change. But Maywood, I say some of the good stuff about Maywood is you taught like, at least when I was coming up, I was taught a lot of determination, like hard work, and you know it was a lot of hard work definitely, and you can see it out of the people who made it out of Maywood. But as far as the violence and stuff, man, it's scary because it's like a suburb, but so it's like real dark. It's crazy, but I don't know. I stayed out the way. I was always playing basketball when I was growing up. That's what I wanted to do before I really started taking rapping serious. So I stayed out the way. It's definitely, it's crazy, it's scary type stuff because it's suburbs, it's dark, all that. But really, it's like any other hood, But and like that hood is what teach you that determination, that hard work and stuff like that. Because you got to work for stuff. Can't just, it ain't coming easy.
So I want to go back to the basketball, man. You know, me being a sports enthusiast, man.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, man, the players that your game mirrors, man. I'm going to just put it out there. Players, man. Give me some players from the past, from the present, that your game mirrors, man. Give me a combination.
I say, I can't think of an actual player. I say like, maybe Moddy or something, because I was mid-range.
Wow. No, man, that's good. Yeah. That's good, man. That's straight out good, man. If you out there, man, DeMar be out there, man, getting it in on the court.
Yeah, but I was more like I wasn't no three-point shooter, none of that. I was more killing it in the mid-range, killing it in the paint.
That's a perfect example, because DeMar don't go out there to the three-point line.
Yeah.
So that's a perfect example, man. Man. No doubt, man. So, man, I want to get into something, man, that's built back on Maywood, man, and living there, man, is like how did growing up in Maywood influence your music?
I would say it influenced my music based off like what I went through, because I like to rap about, how I grew up and what I went through and stuff. I really say that's it. Other than that, it's been just me. Being around music my whole life, like church influenced my music. But other than just, what I grew up seeing and type of stuff like that, that's how Maywood influenced my music for real.
And then, like, before we get into this music so we can set it up real good, man, describe your style and sound to someone that's hearing you for the first time in a second. I
would say soulful hip-hop.
That's what's up, man. So we got two joints, man. We like to allow our guests to be the music director of the show and tell us what we're going to play first and everything. So we got Peace and we got Rags. Talk to us about which one you want to play first.
We can play Rags first.
Rags first. All right,
yeah.
So, like, let me tell you, like, this was like a true education. I always tell y'all that my younger bros and younger sis, they give me some homework to do. So y'all like, okay, where is he going with this? I already knew you were dope because I heard you on Peace. But then I heard this brother by the name of Marcus No Good on your feature for Rags, and I was like, yo, I gotta go hear some more music from him.
Yeah.
And it absolutely, like the way you guys mesh together on this record is something special. So talk to me about how did you guys come together, and then what's the story behind Rags?
So Rags is like one of them songs. I had the verse. I actually recorded it first to one of my own beats, but I didn't like it, so I just I recorded the hook in the first verse. So I didn't like it, so I started looking on YouTube, found a beat for it, fit perfect, and I was just really messing around. Like I was, trying to get back in the mode because I want, I have a lot of moments where I'm just, like uninspired and stuff like that. So I was just getting back in the mode. I made the song. And I heard him on it. I couldn't come up with no second verse. So that's usually how I, ask for a feature. So I heard him on it. I hit him up. I actually went to school with him. Went to high school with Marcus No Good in Plainfield because I went to high school in Plainfield. So I hit him up. He got on it with no problem. And it just fit perfect. And one thing I didn't even notice till recently is he didn't cuss on the song. And I don't cuss in my music. And I just noticed that. So I respect him for that for sure.
Well, man, let's jump into it, man. You definitely in store for something special. It's my brother Moddy, man. So excited to have him, man, along with Marcus No Good. It's called Rags. This is Fusion Radio with Brian Stinson and YTS Keys.
Today, going to riches from rags today. Mama told me keep your hand straight, cause if you get shot, that's your answer. Hey, I can't get ahead of myself. Born from that side of the street where it wasn't really clear. Had to leave money, what I do here is rest in peace. And my homies brought out the best and we got it back today. Going to riches from rags today. Mama told me keep your hand straight, cause if you get shot, that's your answer. Hey, I can't get ahead of myself. Born from that side of the street where it wasn't really clear. Had to leave money, what I do here is rest in peace. And my homies brought out the best in me. I ain't been at home like 2 months. I've been in the crib like too much. In the city food too clutch. Now I'm soft chicken with a fruit punch. I ain't seen the bros like too much. I didn't see the bros like too much. One from shoot like too much. Man, stay like Ku Klux. I ain't gotta watch for thieves, yeah. But I gotta watch my trees, yeah. Ain't step on trees. No suicide, boy, please, yeah. Move from that hood, we unwanted. It ain't no place in this country that we can live and be wanted. That's why I stay conscious sad today. Came up to riches from rags today. Mama told me keep your hand straight, cause if you get shot, that's your answer. Ay, I can't get ahead of myself. Born from that side of the street where it wasn't really clear. Had to leave money, what I do here is rest in peace. And my homies brought out the best and we got it back today. Came up to riches from rags today. Mama told me keep your hand straight, cause if you get shot, that's your answer. Ay, I can't get ahead of myself. Born from that side of the street where it wasn't really clear. Had to leave money, what I do here is rest in peace. And my homies brought out the best of me.
Southside, for the west of me, it's rest in peace. My heart of the step sees the pressure seems to only bring the best of me. God bless me, like I just need to mess on my soul. Cause I got the bag today, but like I just cracked the safe. I'm focused and strapped to me, and part of my plan today. Come grab your bag to riches for rags, okay? I got some rags on me, the rags on me. You stuck in the past on me, don't think I can relate. Facts on me, look, from rags to riches, my bag is expensive, got cash to pay. And if you mad about it, I'm glad I didn't get bad this year.
I got it back today. Came up to riches from rags today. Mama told me keep your hand straight, cause if you get shot, that's your answer. Ay, I can't get ahead of myself. Born from that side of the street where it wasn't really clear. Had to leave money, what I do here is rest in peace. And my homies brought out the best and we got it back today. Came up to riches from rags today. Mama told me keep your hand straight, cause if you get shot, that's your answer. Ay, I can't get ahead of myself. Born from that side of the street where it wasn't really clear. Had to leave money, what I do here is rest in peace. And my homies brought out the best of me.
Being a person that's a visual person, Moddy, I gotta tell you, like, even without seeing a visual for that, like, there's a visual in my head as to what you're speaking to, man, and, like, your music is the type of music where, real talk, man, like, it puts me in a, like, definitely deep thought and really takes me into, like, what it is to somewhat be in your shoes, man, you know, and so, man, I appreciate you so much, man, like, this connection and us being on. And definitely getting into your movement, man. It's something special for me, man.
Yeah, appreciate you for sure.
No doubt, man. So I want to jump into, man, and everything. What do you look for when you're actually choosing and creating your music, man? What's the process?
You mean as far as like beats and stuff?
Beats, it could be anything.
It's I definitely I feel like a beat is what really inspired me. Sometimes I be having moments where I'm writer's block and stuff like that, but I feel like the right beat is what really give me the writing. That right beat, and then I just really speak how I feel, or just put. But I feel like the beat is what really get me creative. It's what get me in there.
And then let's get into, man, dope accomplishments, man, and your career that you're proud of, that you want to share with the listening audience.
I don't know. I can't really say. I mean, being here for sure. I got this. I'm doing my first show. I'm actually hosting my first show this month, February 25th. It's gonna be a virtual show on Facebook. So it's a show. I got some dope artists coming out to perform with me, and then I'm like the headline or whatever. But I got Corey Ether, he gonna host it. It's sponsored by Rich Attitude. Gonna have a lot of dope artists. It's gonna be nice.
No doubt, man. Now, what can they check that out at? And give us a time when we can tap in with that.
So it's February 25th. It's gonna start at 5:30. On my Facebook page, my like page, Moddy, Moddy on Facebook. And yeah, you go on there, go to events, buy you a ticket, then you can tune in February 25th.
Man, super excited about that, man. No talk.
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be dope.
So one thing I wanted to ask you was, I was listening to your record and you actually didn't cuss in the record. So like, what made you make the decision that you didn't want to use profanity in your music?
In the beginning, it was just really like I didn't know how I was gonna cuss in the music without my parents hearing it. So I just really stuck with that because, like I said, I got in the studio first when I was. I got in the studio when I was real young because my daddy just had a studio. I think my first song recording was like 5 years old. So it was like I'm in the studio at 5. I ain't gonna cuss. So it just stuck with me for real.
And I also heard that you said when you like tried to get your style, a type of name, you said soulful rap. So for the people, like, what do you mean by soulful rap? Because when I heard that, I started thinking like probably like a Rod Wave or something like that. But at the same time, you don't sound like a Rod Wave though. So in your opinion, what do you mean by soulful rap?
I mean like rap that you could feel, and then a lot of my songs, so I'm an outro type of person. I really learned that about myself. Like I love outros. So my sound is really like that, like that song that take you out, the album. So yeah, that's just my preference. Like of course I got other songs sound a little different, but it's really like just I feel like all my verses you can feel. So that's what I mean when I say like soulful rap.
Okay, so, and I see that you planning on dropping an album soon. So could you talk to us about that and like what's the direction you want to go with that?
Yeah, so I dropped a lot of projects. I was actually doing like in 2017 or 2018, no, I think it was 2017, I was doing a project a month. I was just doing them. So this is gonna be my actual like, and those I ain't really too proud of. I go back and listen to them, I rushed them. But this is gonna be my actual first album where I plan on producing every single track or working with a producer on every single track to really build the sound, like a solid sound. Because I feel like I got a sound, but I feel like those like YouTube beats, it take me out sometimes, and I just want to be real unique because I know I can go farther. Like as far as instruments, saxophones, all that type of stuff. I just want to do a lot for this album.
Oh no, most definitely. I definitely understand what you're saying because I feel like that me personally because I put out like 3 mixtapes that I wasn't necessarily that proud of either. And it wasn't even so much that I wasn't proud of them. It's just from then to now, and you didn't learn so much as far as like music business and then music production. It's like it made me look back like, man, I could have did this way differently, or I could have waited a little bit longer to put this out to get this mix right or get this master and stuff like that. So I'm definitely on that same type of time as trying to come together with a producer and like make an album and stuff like that, because I definitely just been putting out mixtapes. But once you get that sound though, you never know. That's one sound you might create for that one album might be your actual sound that you might need to go with, that might take you to that next level though. So I hope you do get with that right producer, because it's definitely, that producer definitely play a part in that.
Yeah.
Because one thing I noticed as far as doing music, like when you go to certain engineers and producers, sometimes they want you to sound like what they want you to sound like, instead of trying to actually figure out what's the best sound for you. So you get with that right producer and you get that right sound, you definitely could take off and probably go to the next level though.
Yeah, for sure.
So I want to go back, man, build on them projects that you dropped, man. If you could run them down and tell us where we can go check out some of your previous work.
So I got a lot of them on. I was putting them on Audio Mac back then, but them the ones I don't really want nobody to go, check out. But
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
it was the whole way you said that. Like you was just like, man, I was really in my beginning stages.
For real.
I didn't already progress. Like, don't go back and take it back to the end, because then you might not want to listen to none of my new music.
Right. So I used to sing. I started off like trying to sing R&B and stuff like that, because that's what I grew up on.
Right.
But I leave it up though, because I want people to see the growth.
Yeah.
But for real, my albums that I actually listen to myself, I put them out digital stores, so you can find it everywhere. Moddy, Moddy. So yeah, I got two, I think, or three. I got 3 projects out in stores and stuff. So yeah, definitely those some good ones there to listen to. The Lost Ones is my recent EP that I dropped.
That's what's up, man. So this single, this is how I got introduced to you. It's called Peace. And considering that there's so much that's going on in our daily lives, man, and everything, this is a song that I'm sure anybody that's been through anything in their hood or just in life, they seeking peace and everything. And so want to talk about that, but more importantly, the woman that's singing on this song, like, she touches every soul in my body. And so I want you to talk about Janae Cabana and talk about like how did you discover her, and what was the decision making on putting her on this single piece?
So Janae is actually my wife.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Oh yeah. This is a good story right here. Let me step over that. Yeah, this is good one. This is the wife.
Yeah.
The wife is getting the shout out up in the building.
So I've been married for 4 years now, going on 5 years.
Clap it up to you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So me and my wife actually made our first song before we even got together, and since then, we got together. So she really, like I said, them beats. When I find beats, some beats I really like pass on, but then she'll put a hook on it, and that'll get me in there or make me, want to write to it. So this song, she actually came up with the hook first. One of the verses was pre-written, but she came up with the hook, and then I started writing to it. And the hook actually is like, it's actually inspired by a Bible verse, because this song is not just speaking of like peace, worldly peace. This song is really trying to dive into like peace, because I'm, Christian, so I'm diving into the peace of Jesus Christ and stuff like that, trying to, speak on real peace, like the actual peace that surpasses all understanding. So yeah, that's what this song really is about, like trying to just spread that in the world.
Wow, man. Why have you jumped on the train? Man, that sounds special. When you can have somebody that shares the same gift that you have, man. That's something special right there, man.
Yeah.
That definitely is, man. Well, brother, man, it was an absolute pleasure, man, to have you on Fusion today, man. Continued success definitely on what you do and everything, man. Once again, man, shout out your social media and give them the details on that virtual show coming up.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Moddy, Moddy. That's where the show gonna be, February 25th, 5:30. Then you can find me on Instagram at onamission_16. I'm on TikTok too. I just joined TikTok, on a mission _16, Twitter, on a mission _16. So yeah, I think that's it. Then YouTube, Moddy. Then all stores, Moddy.
Man, the super talented Moddy, man, along with, man, Wifey on the building. Yeah, man, I'm glad that I found out that this is Wifey, man. We'll give Wifey some love. I don't want you to come on and she be like, you did the whole interview and ain't even mentioned.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to get you in the doghouse, man. Janae Cabana. Oh, support, man. You laughing over here, B. Wifey. Man, you don't understand, man. Wifey and these different special people in our lives, they'll say they really don't want a shout out, but that really means they want a shout out. So you got to listen to them.
Nah.
So you don't get yourself in trouble.
I only laugh because you ain't dropped the octave. You feel me? On this show, he got a little segment. He called it Drop the Octaves. You feel me? When we talk about females or we get a little soft, we drop the, you feel me, our vocal a little bit. So since he ain't said it, it kind of threw me out.
Oh, man. See, y'all don't know, like, my brother, I really believe that a little bit of me is rubbing off on him, man. He went and got him the sugar cookie with the M&Ms today because of his high that he said he's had all show. And then now he's talking to, he said he's coming down. And now he says to me that, man, my whole thing about jumping up, so it gives me an opportunity, those of you that's listening, those of you that's viewing, to tell you that, yes, when we play these R&B records, once a show, your octaves have to drop. You put your quiet storm voice on. Talk to the ladies real good. You know, it's still getting dark outside early. So you play them quiet storm songs at 4 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon now. Soon.
I don't know about 3, maybe.
Soon though, actually. Because this month it get dark at 5:15. Soon it's going to ramp up. You're going to have to sort of wait for a little while. Maybe after 7, you know. I think the longest, I think is 8:30 in the summer here? Yeah, I believe it is 8:30 in the summer. So, you know, you're going to have to put, man, yeah. So today I just didn't have any, we've been busy today, man. All these wonderful people coming by. I tried to stay on topic. It's bad enough I acted fool during Monty the G's interview. It's bad enough, man. So with that being said, Moddy, Wifey up on support. Janae Cabana, what's up? Peace is in the ears right now. This is Fusion Radio with Brian Spencer and YTS Keys on support.
Away from
Look, all these women is out here stressing, the shorties is out here reckless, and the innocent pedestrians like a fighter on lessons. We shooting the wrong targets. We should aim to be injustice, the government and the police are doing that. I grew up in a neighborhood with 2 stores and 1 school that everybody went to see that hoard and turn good. And let's get together, we up to no good. Stay real types that we never put wrong, but they never show good on these screens. Just another rapper actor, all they do is speak these things.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop to this.
I'll check out this generation. Why you smoke me on social sites? These kids participate, that's why I pray for peace in this world in these lost times. Say peace for my kids, even if it costs mine. I pray for peace in the streets, where y'all down and we ain't got no peace, cause we beef with our own kind.
They keep saying peace, but there is no peace. And the more that I pray, they only try to silence me. I just want to speak my peace. I just want to speak my peace.
This what I do. Something like this. But no, I still do a song like yeah, like something like this though. You feel me? Like a female singer. Look, you gotta come here with the fuck.
Even the ones you plan to always be so spiritual, but we ain't got our own land. We just got a phone line, but we can be famous, but it was never last a long time.
Yeah, the other female like I still want to do something.
You really see the struggle, can't see peace.
She got all that
I pray for peace in this world, in these last times. Take peace for my kids, even if it costs mine. I pray for peace in this world, in y'all time. For our own time.
They keep saying peace, but there is no peace.
That's the first time I've ever heard you say guilty.
No, I'd rather do something like this.